Okay, I wanted to show you a little bit about this Burpee seed starting kit that I picked up. It's a 72 cell seed starting kit, and I know you can't see this very well because of the lighting, but just deal with it. I seen it on a clearance rack at Walmart. I have no idea why it was on clearance, but I bought it for $5. And I should have bought the second one that was there. And the only reason I'm using this is because this is self-watering, and I can leave it at my friend's house for 2 or 3 days and then come back and check on it, and I think that it will pan out okay. But when I was in at Home Depot today, I seen these things on the rack, a bunch of them on the rack for $20. So, keep an eye out for these things. I think they're all right. Now, the way it's set up is it has a dome, and I'm not going to be using the dome. There's plenty of evidence to show that using a dome is not needed, and certainly can cause mold at a much faster rate than without. But here you have your seed trays with peat pellets, and then under the peat pellets or the seed trays you have a wick, and you have a couple of trays that hold it up in elevation, and this wick drapes down into the water and wicks up the water in the base and comes up into the peat pellets at the bottom. And then they've supplied this greenhouse lid, which I'm not going to use. And I'm going to use this to start my my lettuce and my basil for the aquaponics grow tower. Now, normally I wouldn't use something like this. Normally I would make my own potting soil mix, which I'll be doing in another video. But since I am going to be putting this in an aquaponics tower, I think that these peat pellets will work nicely in trying to get them in and planted into that aquaponics tower. I think it's going to be a challenge. If you've watched those videos, you would kind of know what I'm talking about. So anyway, sweet basil, I'm going to do the limestone bib lettuce and the romaine lettuce, and I'm going to give it a shot and go from there. This was going to be a how-to use this Burpee self-watering seed starting kit and how to plant in it, but after 5 hours of soaking in water and even doing more than what they say to do, which is to I set this down in the tray of water so that it would absorb the water, and these peat pellets, I don't know if you can see it or not, but they have not fluffed up, so I'm really disappointed in that, but that's okay. So what I'm doing is breaking them apart just a little bit because they're still dry on the inside. And I found out that using a screwdriver works really well for that. So what I'm going to do is break this up. Well, set this thing back in how it's supposed to be set up, and I'll show you that. And then I'm going to seed right on top of this peat that I've stirred up, and then I'm going to put vermiculite on top of that. And I'm hoping that that will work out real nicely for these small tender lettuce seeds. This is the self-watering tray that they give you, and then they give you these stands that allow you to have a water reservoir in the bottom, and then a wick that they say to put the dark side standing up, which I've done. And then on top of this you set your seed tray. So it's very simple, and I'm hoping that that wick works well, but so far just with the poor peat pellets that they decided to use, then that's a little frustrating. But we're going to go this route, and what I'm going to do is plant, these are the aquaponics lettuce and basil. So I'm going to plant 4 rows of each kind of lettuce and 4 rows of the basil. Here, I'm going to shut this for now. Okay, so now that I have the seeds planted, I got a lot more seeds in some of those little pods than what I was planning on. But what I'm going to do is add some of this perlite on top of here. And I'm going to give this a try. I've seen some other people do this, and I've heard that it works out really well. And gosh, I'm making a mess. But this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to let you know how this works out. It might very well, not work out good in my favor here. So Please let me know if you've ever tried this technique before, and if it's worked for you or if it hasn't. I'd like to hear from you. Looks like our Burpee wicking seed starting system worked fairly well, and it worked all right to put the perlite on top. I'm really impressed with how it came out. Had almost 100% germination rate. I've already thinned out some of the seedlings, and I'm really excited to get this in the aquaponics system. So my next step is to work on the aquaponics system. Let me know if you have any ideas on how to make this work a little bit better. But for the most part, I'm really excited, and I think this is going to work out nicely. Thank you so much for watching, and God bless you all.